remember how I start these things. What do I say? Welcome back, everybody. D&D. This is session number 31 of the Virlinia 2 campaign, and last time the Virlinian Vanguard were cleaning up the fine mess they made in the toy shop in Hazelward, while the very newest member of the Faceless Men, our hero Aisling, met with local mayor Schlafly from Hazelward and agreed to find information on how to break into the bank vault in Rovnica, either from the front door or the back door. And Mayor Schlafly said to come back in 3 days when the Thieves Guild would have new information ready for the Vanguard. So the party left going north in search of a priest to remove the curse on Elena's berserker axe. And by passing by the crypt of the Burning Fingers, to the entrance of the heinous swamp, they had met an otter and an elven child who had lost their friend to something very scary under the water. The Vanguard used their radiant might, especially Milo's faith in Paylor, to dispatch a fearsome bone creature that was hiding under the wooden walkways to the heinous swamps. But it was too late, as their elven friend Mingju Starkettle's lifeless body was already in the bone monster's stomach. But the little elf that survived, Mei Hua, pledged to send her mother, a priestess, to meet the party in the swamps to help remove the curse from Elena's axe. So it's now a bit past 6 p.m. in the early evening as the sun has begun to fall over the heinous swamps. And as Elena and Aisling were wiping away the bleeding from the swamp grub bites on their legs, they had encountered a most horrible structure about 50 feet away from them to the north. Elena immediately recognized this structure as the House of Baba Yaga, a folkloric Storm's Eye nickname for a swamp witch who must live somewhere nearby if the folklore is to be believed. As the party sort of looked forward to see this house, the enormous house started tremoring the earth as its awkward and gangly chicken legs bound across the swamp grass and stones. Elena's nose starts wrinkling at the awful smell of this building. It's a rank mixture of cheese and feet and manure and just swamp funk. And there's this sort of awkward, gawky structure zigzags across the surface of the ground. The house emits this echo of distressed chicken clucking noises from all of the windows with the shutters moving back and forth as this thing moves across the ground. So that's where we're going to pick up. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier, everyone currently has 1 level of exhaustion from the swamps, except for Milo. And I'm granting everybody inspiration to start the session. So please use your inspiration at some point. If you don't use the inspiration by the end of the session, it will disappear for next time. So that's what's up. You see this big, awkward house making noises, making chicken noises. It looks very deadly and dangerous. What would you all like to do?
Why does it always have to be a chicken?
That looks like some nice real estate, guys. I don't know if we should attack that. It looks like great resale value on that house. Should we go
Do you think we can offer it food or something?
Should we go get you cured of your curse before we try and fight a house?
Oh, yeah, I guess I really shouldn't, partake in this fight. Do I have... Sorry, callback. Is one of you holding my axe? Do we have my axe?
Yeah, it's in, the bird bath.
Yeah.
It's like in another dimension.
Okay, right. Okay, here's...
You don't know that, though. In character.
Alright, do I know somebody has it, or do I think it's missing?
You think it's gone.
Yeah, you think it's missing. We're searching for it.
Yeah, I don't think I can really partake in this fight. Why is there an eyeball in my dice tray? I don't really think I can partake in this fight with my this axe, because I'll just try and kill everybody, you know what I mean?
Well, you have your old axe, you just roll at disadvantage until you...
And there's a chance I could go...
That was with the axe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I could do that.
I mean...
No. Googly eyes. I was like, what the hell is that?
I mean, friends, maybe we just need to talk to whoever's in that house. Maybe they'll help us out. It doesn't always have to be a fight. It doesn't always have to be aggressive. Sometimes you can just chill and be friendly.
It's true. It's absolutely
Do you think it's Maywa's mom?
Oh, it could be. She is like, Baba Yaga is like a legendary witch, you know, so.
Make an insight check, Aisling.
Great.
First roll. Back from break.
Insight. Oh, I'm okay at insight. Much better. 11.
So, even with all the swamp funk and humidity affecting your ability to think through the situation, you are fairly sure that this wooden building that you see before you is not of the same species as the elf you had met moments ago.
I don't think that's her mom. I was just kidding.
I was just kidding.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but when I come across a weird house in the woods, I like to just stop by and see if they have some tea ready.
Is it currently coming at us aggressively?
It's sort of got its huge legs like this. It's leaning forward, and it's been 6 seconds already. The thing is going to like sort of roll forward towards you by crashing the front side of the house onto the ground in front of you, and it's going to.
Whoa!
It's
Hope
gonna
you have insurance.
yeah, it's gonna sort of create a small tremor throughout the ground that you can all feel. So I'm gonna move this guy forward.
Elena, do you know if there's any way we can get into this peaceful aid?
I don't know. And also, do you think she knows, Baba Yaga knows, Akuma no Haha?
I think Baba Yaga's in on the kite stuff. Which is why we're
Just trying to
here.
open this clue. Do we know that? How did we find that
I
out?
thought we were supposed to kill her.
Milo feels like we should kill everyone, though.
Yeah, Milo would recall that.
She's one of the three, right?
Yeah, one of the three
Oh.
people that the police in Zadash wanted you to kill was the odorous Lynne Crackleskin, who is a hag, and Elena is coming to realize that maybe that's this hag and this is her hut.
And
Okay.
someone told us to go for the windows.
Yeah, somebody who ran away as soon as you entered the fray.
Okay, well, I guess. I mean, do we want to stop and chat, or should we just kill it?
Well, do you know any way to like just get in there peacefully without hacking these chicken legs down, or
I don't think so. Do I know any way to get in there peacefully without hacking the chicken legs down?
Make an insight check, Elena.
being a local of the area with advantage? 4.
Or Elena, your guess is as good as anybody else encountering a Baba Yaga house for the first time.
My guess is as good as anybody else's.
Can everybody roll for initiative? That's seconds.
I have a feeling we're going to have to find it. I don't know why.
I don't know why. 11. I don't think I have any bonus. Yeah, 11.
I think technically these are a disadvantage too,
I think you're right.
except for
Yeah.
Milo.
11.
Your note says
Four.
including initiative, I think, in parentheses. Aisling can't play anymore.
What a waste of a natural 20.
Ooh. Maybe it's a good omen, though, that you'll roll well throughout the rest of it.
14 for the house. So Elena was a
12.
12. Milo 11. Duck was a 23.
17 at disadvantage.
Oh, at disadvantage. Aisling 11 at disadvantage. So between Milo and Aisling, who goes first?
I would imagine Aisling has a better dexterity.
I have a +1.
I have a +0. Yeah, +0. I only have 10.
So as this house kind of like falls face forward and tremors in the ground, you see all these woodland creatures scurrying out of the bushes, like little chipmunks and birds flying away. And it's just creating all these like, it's causing the swamp to be very loud. It's hurting your ears a little bit, Duck. Duck, you're first to act.
So are we attacking the house? Or we're trying to get in.
We should probably try and get in the house.
Okay.
By attacking it.
I like that, Asen.
Can I see through the windows at all?
Well, because it landed face forward, you cannot see any of the front-facing windows of the house. But currently, because it's landed face forward, you can see the front of the chimney and a little bit of chimney smoke kind of floating up.
Would the chimney be big enough for a halfling or equivalent size to get in?
Yes.
You want me to throw you?
Toss me.
Like it's,
Well, it's Duck's turn.
Father's
at the moment.
game.
Yes.
He's going to be thrown 50 feet.
No, not really. I'm not going to do that.
I believe in you, Elena.
Toss me early for
Not
death
my
save.
turn.
Duck, what would you like to do?
If I move there, can I see any windows on the side?
Yes, you can see a few side windows. These side windows do not have any shutters, and these side windows are also not moving open and shut in the same way that the front-facing windows were opening and shutting. But yes, you can see some side windows.
I'm gonna just move there and just look at the windows to see if I can see any movement. And I'm just gonna hold my action to Eldritch Blast the house if I feel
Okay.
like the house is becoming aggressive.
You make a perception check at disadvantage. Oh, I guess the exhaustion will take care of that. So, yeah.
A 3?
At this angle, you are not detecting any thing from inside. It's really difficult for you to see at this angle what's going on inside the house.
Like I said, I'm just gonna hold my action.
Holding action.
If the house seems like it's getting aggressive with me, I will shoot at its legs.
Okay.
Actually, no, I lied. I'm sorry. I'm going to use my. I'm not gonna hold my action. I'm gonna use my Tales of the Traveler. Sorry, I'm just looking to see the distance. Hold on 1 second. And I'm going to give it to Aisling.
This is one of your tails.
Yeah, so Aisling will get +1 AC while they have the temporary hit points, and their walking speed will increase by 10. And you are going to get 7 temporary hit points.
And my AC is what? +2?
+1, and your walking speed goes up 10 while you have the temporary hit points.
Right.
Okay.
That will actually be my action.
All right.
I'm going to bonus action, look up at the sky, and eyes kind of roll back in my head, and I'm going to reach into the spirit world and pull out a new tail.
A new tail.
You have an alligator tail now.
What does the new tail do?
Peter Charger.
I will have the tail of the Avenger to bestow on someone when I want to.
Okay. Oh, so it's ready to be bestowed. Duck, as you look up to the sky, this house sort of continues to roll towards the group at a very awkward angle. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moves forward 25 feet and sort of leaps in the air and leaps back onto the ground where it's currently standing, where it's standing is a bridge that follows along the heinous river. When it lands on the ground, it creates this tremor effect that threatens to knock you to the side. Before we resolve that, did you have an Eldritch Blast readied?
No, I use my action instead.
Use your action. Okay. So it's going to cause this tremor effect. You need to make a Constitution save. Aisling, Milo, and Elena, you feel the effect as well. All 4 of you need to make a Constitution save.
within.
Not a disadvantage because it's an ability. I'm not an ability check. It's a saving throw. Just wanted everybody to know.
Aisling saves. Elena saves.
1 sec. I'm trying to figure out because I get a plus advantage. Oh, +2 on saves. Okay. No, I don't save. I don't save. 5.
5. And Duck. Oh, was that the 8? Duck and Milo, as this house sort of lands on this little footbridge in between the two banks of the swamp, this giant house creature causes a tremor and knocks you both over prone to the ground, and you will both take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Run away! Run away! We are done. We are done. Beyond us. We don't get paid enough for this.
Olena and Aisling, you made a successful save, but you're so shaken up psychologically by the size and shape and how close this creature has gotten to you. You both take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, even with a successful save. Duck, you're closest, and even though you're sort of prone on the ground, you look up a little bit, and you can see in the up there are 4 windows with shutters that are slapping back and forth and making kind of like clapping noises every time the shutters hit the front facade of the house. And you can see from where you're on the ground, the upper floor leftmost window, you can see very visibly a white feathered chicken kind of bouncing around, and it's now got its claws, its talons stuck on the lower sill of the open window, like it's about to jump out of this window. Could you make a history or perception check, Duck? And then I'm gonna go back to Olena to take a turn. That looks successful. Duck, this looks like the size and shape of the type of chicken that you remember blowing up like a grenade when you had first encountered the party at the Dripping Quill pub in Hazelward.
She has chicken bombs! And I'll yell that to the party as I'm frying on the ground. Why is it always chickens, and why do they have to be devoured?
Olena, you are next to act.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at the chicken.
At the chicken? Okay, go for it.
Disadvantage. 16 to hit the chicken?
16 hits. Can you roll for damage, please? And it's gonna blow up.
Exactly. But it's on the house, right? It's not
It's
near
gonna
me.
blow up the house and damage the house.
Okay, that's what I figured. Sorry, wait. I'm struggling with my D&D Beyond. Okay, there we go. 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage. Okay, so you are going to kill this chicken, and this is in fact a chicken grenade, as Duck had pointed out, and it's gonna blow up and damage the whole front facade of the house. Oh my goodness, Olena, you're gonna. Oh, the house gets to make a saving throw. Hold on.
Boo!
Oh, it's gonna make the saving throw, but it's still, the house is still gonna take 19 points of burning damage. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. And Olena, part of the first floor is now on fire. There's like a blackened, sooty hole where the chicken once stood. The sooty black feathers have kind of slowly floating to the ground. But there's like this hole in the facade of the house where you threw your javelin just now.
I will shout, knock, knock, bitch! And then I have another attack.
Okay.
Bok, bok.
Oh, that's what. Oh, fuck. And then I will. Are we fighting this or running away?
Yes.
Okay.
Just-
Oh, shit. Balls. Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. Rage.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. And then I'm going to attack it with my great axe at disadvantage. Ooh, 2 14s. 21 to hit the house on the leg.
You hit the houses on the legs.
13 points of damage.
This is slashing.
+2, so 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. You hit.
And it's 15 because I have a +2 for
15?
raging that it did not incorporate. Yeah.
Okay. Alena, you slice directly into one of the lower toes, very close to one of the tenderest tendons in the chicken leg, and as a reaction, it sort of raises its foot, and you can tell it's ready to stomp its foot back down on you.
We're just trying to ask for sugar. We're good neighbors.
State Farm.
Yeah, Nationwide is on your side.
We're going to Aisling next. Aisling, you seeing all of this?
Aisling is trying to decide, do I do something helpful or something stupid?
What would Aisling do?
Milo's tough.
It's the first one back. Go crazy.
Yeah.
If I die, I die.
Can the house make a Constitution saving throw?
Okay. Total is 18.
Oh, it saves.
What were you trying to do? Tell us.
Reduce it. Make it tiny.
Nope, not this time.
And then bonus action. Milo, you get 8 HP back and 3 temporary HP as I get you high again, basically. And I'll just stay where I am. Can I hover? Like, can I fly up 5 feet?
Yes, you can.
So I'm not touching the ground.
Yes, you can.
Great.
Okay, so you're flying a little bit off the ground.
Yep.
Okay,
But
Milo,
also-
I think you're next.
Milo, assuming that Aisling does the standard throw the drugs in my face,
Yes.
just kind of scoops it into his gums and he goes a little crazy. And then stands up, and that's half of 25. What would that be? 10 feet of movement left, I think, right?
Mhm.
All right. Well, he's not gonna 10, 15, 20, 25. He's just gonna pull out his sword and kiss the hilt with the pearl of power of his sword, and bonus action Misty Step. Is there like, can he tell if there's any like windows that are unbroken or anything? Because he's just thinking about that lady that's like,
Yeah,
windows.
Milo can see, because the structure is now standing up, that the 2 lower windows on the ground floor and the one upper right-hand side window on the upper floor are both intact.
Okay. The chicken didn't damage those windows or anything when it exploded?
No, the chicken only damaged the window that it was standing on.
Okay. And the 2 lower ones, Milo could reach without an issue, like to hit.
Oh, like diagonally up to it?
Yeah.
I guess you could.
Okay. Yeah, Milo's gonna do that. I'm just gonna put him on the bottom so that we can see where he is, but he's just on the windows. And he's gonna take a swing at the first window.
Okay, go for it.
Come on. 3 again. 5. Let's see. Plus 8, 11 to hit.
Milo, as soon as you kind of climb onto its bony lower foot, you could tell it's kind of like moving a little bit, trying to shake you from side to side, and with your weapon, you miss the lower window that you're aiming at.
Damn it! And then I'll swing again.
Okay,
That's better. 14 plus 8.
that will hit.
Mathematics. 22. Whopping 7 points of damage to the window that I hit.
And that's a +1 sword, right? +2.
Yeah, it's a magic weapon.
Okay.
Maya's sixpence.
The creature starts squawking as it continues to shake its foot, and you've clearly broken the glass of the window that you were closest to. You currently don't see any chicken coming out of that sort of glass hole that you've created, but you've definitely damaged this creature.
Cool. And then is there anything like Milo can just kind of wrap his arms around and hold on to?
Yes, you can.
All right, that'll be his bonus action, I'll call it, and then that'll be my turn.
Okay, Duck. Your next act. You're holding a tail. You are 10 feet away from this building.
I'm going to get up. I'm going to move backwards 15 feet.
Okay. That might be a good idea.
I'm going to hex it.
Okay, so it needs to make a save?
No, it's just automatic.
Okay.
And Eldritch Blast it. Do I see any other chickens?
And there's no save against that either.
No, it's just an attack roll.
Wow. Okay, go for it.
But do I see any chickens?
Make a perception check, please. You're now further away from it.
Milo looks like a chicken.
A 4.
A 4. Duck, it took so much energy for you to stand up after being shaken down by the tremors of this creature that you can't quite see inside to see if there are other chickens.
Okay, then I'm just going to take my Eldritch Blast shots.
Go for it.
I know, that does not hit.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. It is now this creature's turn, and it's going to use part of its movement to try to shake off. It's like Elena is clinging on, and Milo's holding on. Could both of you make a dexterity? This is sort of like I'm trying to think it through because you're both kind of holding on to this creature, right?
I guess it would probably be a.
Be like a
That's
dex.
a really good question. I don't know.
Is Elena holding on?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not holding
Elena's
on.
not
but I am
holding
there.
on.
But it
You
might
threw a
kick me if it's
javelin.
trying to shake something off.
Yeah. So it's trying to shake Milo off. Milo, I'm going to say this is almost like a grapple. So could you make just a strength roll?
I didn't actually mean to roll a dex save. I apologize.
That's fine.
Check or save?
Strength check.
Okay.
You're not going to
We're like in acrobatics.
God, I keep rolling threes. 6 for my strength.
Yeah, it got a 21. So it's going to fling you off, Milo. You're going to land 10 feet away from it.
I'll
So
just say
we'll
over
say
there.
we'll say like right there, and you're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall onto the swamp grass below.
Okay.
It's then going to try to step on you, Elena, with the other foot. So it's going to raise its big sort of claw talon thing in the air and try to stomp on you with that foot. Is it 12 to hit? Which I think is going to miss.
Miss.
And then it's going to use its last piece of its last sort of action to fall forward.
Oh!
And it's going to land on you and Milo. So, first thing, I need you and Milo to both make a dex save. And then after that, there's another thing that's going to happen. You both might be trapped under the house.
9.
9.
Don't forget you have inspiration.
16.
16.
I'll reroll with inspiration.
You'll reroll. Okay.
It probably won't do any. Ah! 19.
19. Okay. So this house is going to sort of fall face forward. So the front facade is facing onto the ground. It's going to land on top of both Elena and Milo. But both of you have found a way to kind of make yourself small so that you fit exactly inside one of the porch area or the window area of its facade, that neither of you are struck by the entire force of the face of the house.
Cool.
You're both going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
And you're both prone as well. In addition, Duck and Aisling, this creature, when it lands on top of your two friends, it creates a tremor effect that hits both of you. So there are even more woodland creatures kind of flying out and running away from the trees and bushes that are around you. I need both of you to make another save.
Aisling's
Oh,
I-
I've got-
Constitution.
with Hex, there I can give the house disadvantage on an ability check, and we're going to say they're going to have disadvantage on strength checks.
Disadvantage on strength checks.
Yeah, just checks, not saves.
Okay. Okay.
Is me hovering off the ground do anything about the trimmer?
Oh, you would not be affected because you're hovering up.
Hell yeah, that's the thinking I had. Hell yeah.
Good move. Good move over there.
I'm really excited.
Duck, unfortunately, though, you're already prone and you're going to get struck by this tremor.
Duck, one of those weird birds that doesn't fly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not prone, but what do I roll? Con save?
Unsafe. Oh, you're not prone? Oh, that's right, you stood up.
10.
Duck, you're struck for another 26 points of
I'm down.
of force damage, and so now you're down. You're unconscious on the ground. And Milo and Elena, you can't see or hear this because you're currently smothered by the facade of the house. But Duck is down for the moment. I think we're going to Olena next. You're currently under the house. You can still do something.
I'm just going to lay there with my axe and hit up at it.
Yeah, if you imagine you're on the ground trapped, but you can move, you can slap upwards against the house, the undercarriage of the house.
Love that
So
for me.
go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, disadvantage. First attack is very slow. A 9 to hit, so
It's
no.
gonna miss.
Second attack is a disadvantage. I believe in you. Ooh,
27.
8.
That's not enough. You take your
Bonus
couple-
action. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Dexterity save 8 total.
Okay, so it fails. So it takes 4 points of lightning damage.
Yes, it does take 4 points of lightning damage.
And yeah, I'm just hanging out under this house.
Okay. Aisling, you're currently hovering a little bit off the ground. You see your ally Duck get knocked over, and your two friends are underneath the house. But you can hear Elena like chopping away at the house.
I'm fine.
You know Elena's still okay.
Dang, that's really big. That's a 30-foot radius. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez. I
Kill us all.
Uh-oh.
I drop a fireball right on myself. How does D&D Beyond work?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, there it is. I'm casting Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
So just all around me, all of a sudden it gets real glittery and like a disco ball, and you hear slight, just kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know where it's coming from, and you maybe hear it, and maybe you don't hear it. I don't know. And that's my action. And then for my bonus action, I will use the spell to give Duck 6 whole points of healing.
Duck, you are no longer unconscious.
I'm alive!
I'm not going to be able to move this, am I?
The aura, we'll roleplay it.
I'm just going to go over here.
Yeah. Like to the left.
Yeah. And that's it.
Okay. Next up is Milo, who's currently trapped in the house, but was not harmed so badly. Milo, you can still move. I mean, not move, but you can try to attack or do something else.
Do I happen to be close to a window? Or no? One that's busted open.
Tell me what you want to do.
Well, I know it fell on top of me after it shook me off, so I'm not
Yes.
sure like where under the house I am, if I'm like close enough to like an opening to try and sneak in.
Want to try to sneak into the house? I'll let you try it.
Okay.
Give me a dexterity or acrobatics check, please.
15.
15. So, Milo, you're currently in an area that's very close to one of the windows on the lower floor of the house. You think that if you break open this window, you'd be able to climb inside. So right now you're holding on, so that dexterity, we'll say that dexterity check is showing that you're able to successfully grab onto the windowsill and kind of maneuver yourself in. You want to climb into the window?
Yeah.
So could you
this
also...
isn't one that's broken already.
Yeah, so you're going to have to break it if you want to do that.
All right, I'll try and break it.
Yeah, so that would be a strength check.
Strength check to break the window or an attack roll?
It could be either way. It could be an attack roll too, because you're going against glass. Yeah, we can call that an attack roll or strength check. Doesn't matter.
Go with the attack roll. That's the safer bet. 20 non-natural.
Yeah. Milo, you smash the glass brilliantly with your sword, and you're able to kind of do like a somersault and go inside the house, where you're on the ground floor of this. If you can imagine, like a farmer chic, like I don't know, West Virginia chic. It's kind of like got blankets with woven apples on them, and there are gingham tablecloths. It's like it's giving very much farmer hut, and there are chickens that look a lot like chickens that you've encountered before, including today, kind of milling about on this bottom floor, and you can even hear a few chickens on the upper floor.
About how many chickens are in this room with me right now?
In the room with you now, you can see about 4 chickens.
And they're all kind of close together?
Yeah, they're all kind of walking around. Yeah, they're not... I wouldn't say that they're close together, but they're all walking around on this floor. The floor is not huge.
Cluck, cluck, motherfucker.
I'll miss you all. And then Milo's just gonna go up to one of the chickens and attack it.
All right, make an attack roll, please.
Actually, could he just pick up the chicken and slam it into another chicken?
Yes, you can. All right, so the first thing you need to do is grapple. So that's a strength check versus the chicken.
What'd the chicken get?
Chicken got a 17.
Jesus, that's a strong chicken. All right, yeah, I only got a 14.
Yeah. I mean, it was too much, Milo. The somersault, the climbing into the house. You didn't quite have enough energy. The chicken jumped away from you.
You have inspiration.
Oh, I'm gonna
Do
use
it.
Is that what Cody just said? Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I thought.
The same exact fucking roll, so 14 again. So I'm just holding the chicken, or got out of my hands.
It ran away from you.
And Milo looks at the ground disappointed, and assuming these chickens are all gonna try and rush him and blow him up. He just puts up the old dukes and gets ready for him.
Right, I think that's the end of your turn, Milo.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Do we have potions actually, or is it an action to take a potion?
It's an action to take a potion.
Oh, then I can't do it.
All right. We're going back to the top of the next round, round 3. And Duck, you are awake and conscious thanks to your friend Aisling. What would you like to do?
How big are these trees?
I would say they're... that's a good question. 20, 30 feet tall. You could climb a tree if you wanted to.
Okay, so it's not a small tree. Like, it would be able to support a little 40-pound bird.
Yes.
I'm gonna go roost in a tree.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up. Gonna move over yonder. And I'm gonna misty step into this tree right here.
Okay, so you're in another tree now, very close to the house. What would you like to do next?
Up off the ground, out of the house's line of sight, hopefully. Can I see any chickens in the window?
Well, it's face forward right now. So currently you can't see any windows on this side of the house.
Oh, so there's no windows on the side of the house?
No, there are windows on the front side of the house and the right-hand side of the house where you looked in earlier.
God damn it! I'm just gonna shoot at its legs.
Shoot at its legs. Okay, go for it.
And Duck hears, "Go to chickens," from inside the house.
How much are those chickens in the window?
The 15 hit.
Your arrow just misses as you fling one from your bow, trying to aim at the chicken's legs.
We're gonna die. Just
Okay.
we're gonna die.
Good to know.
Milo, brace yourself. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity save because the house is now going to stand upright again. It's causing all the furniture and chickens to move around, including you, on the ground floor, Milo.
20 non-natural though.
Okay, so 20, you're safe. You kind of have your bearings, and you're able to kind of stick yourself to the floor as this continues to move. Elena, you are now like in the open air again because it is now it's now fully standing up on the bridge, and it is going to kick you with the foot that's closest to you, Elena.
Valid.
11 I think it's gonna miss.
Miss.
Aha. It's going to see that it misses, and it's going to use its other foot to jump in the air and try to stomp on you with its other foot. Okay. Stomp damage. That's a 20. That's a 20.
That hits.
Okay. So that's the right foot. That's going to do. Elena, as the sort of creature lands down on top of you, you can hear. Because you know that Milo's inside. You can hear like the chickens moving around and Milo kind of screaming as he's holding on to whatever he can grab onto.
Like Ray Romano.
Elena, you're gonna take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as it stomps on top of you.
8.
Yeah. It's then going to.
Depends on where it moves.
It depends on where it goes, yeah. So it's going to actually move, so it's hovering on top of you. So if you can imagine the house sitting down, it would sit down right on top of you.
It's going to poop on you.
Teabagged by the chicken house.
So this house-shaped shadow is totally obscuring your vision, Elena.
Oh, God.
It smells terrible.
Rank.
It's like feet. But before I conclude this creature's turn, could you make a perception check?
Me, Emily, Olena?
Yes, Elena.
Okay.
To really get a good view at that tea bag coming in.
I have a +0 to perception, so I just want everybody to know that. Okay. 4.
Okay. That's the end of the creature's turn. We're going to go to you next, Elena, for your full turn.
Oh, hey, it's me!
So it's currently standing right on top of you. So if you could attack its legs, but you need to climb up if you wanted to attack the body of the house.
Yeah, I'll climb up.
Okay.
Athletics check?
No, it says you can use it as part of your movement. So if you have 30
Oh.
feet of movement, you can climb 15 feet. So you just tell me what you want to do.
Blah, blah, blah. I'd like to climb towards a window, I guess, generally.
Okay, on the ground floor.
Yeah,
And your movement is what, 30?
40.
Well, okay, that's enough. So you are at. So Milo has already smashed through one of the windows on the ground floor. The other window on the ground floor is the bottom right-hand most. So what would you like to do?
I'll go through the one that's already been smashed.
Okay.
Can I ask, what does Elena see as she pops her head over to the window that Milo smashed? Is Milo just running around?
She would have to go in the window to see that, but yes, if that's what you want to do, Elena, you can absolutely.
It is.
Running up to some chickens.
So this thing is moving as you're trying to climb it. I need you to make a dexterity check to climb into that window.
Athletics? No.
Dexterity.
Acrobatics?
Yeah.
Disadvantage. Natural 1.
Yeah, it's moving around way too much, and you can't quite get a good handle on this lower end of the windowsill, and you can't climb in.
Okay, so I'll just hack again. Keep hacking at the windowsill.
At the same one that Milo smashed.
No, I'll go over to the other one.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Disadvantage.
How many windows did we see, Matt? I should have asked that.
You saw 4 on the front side, and Duck saw another one on the right hand side.
And 3 are broken currently.
2 are broken currently. Both of the windows on the left hand side have been broken.
2 21s to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 5, 6, 7 damage. And 15 damage.
And 15 more. Ah!
Like, if I break the window in the first one, I'm just going to continue hacking into the house.
Okay. So you managed to slam down your axe into the already broken glass area that Milo smashed, and you're creating basically a wider opening for anybody to climb into. You can now see into the house. You can see Milo kind of holding himself, preventing himself from falling, as well as a number of chickens kind of running around.
Are there any chickens within 10 feet of me?
Within 10 feet of you, not presently.
Okay, the house needs to make a dexterity saving throw then.
20.
Alright, it takes half damage. Or half of 3.
So 1.
Yeah.
Alana, at this stage, you're getting the sense that this structure is not even close to dying, and that you're going to need to redouble your efforts if your intention is to kill this creature.
Okay.
Aisling, you are next to act. You are currently 15 feet away diagonally from this house, and the house is standing, and you can see that your 2 friends, Milo and Elena, are inside the house.
Okay, so first I will give Duck a little dancing. Ooh. 7 points.
From your aura.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's windows that are busted. There's one that's not busted.
From where you're currently standing, you can see 2 windows that have not been busted, and Duck would know that the window that he saw earlier is also not busted.
Okay, so I'm going to try and hit a window. Does a 19?
A 19 does hit.
So it is going to. It's going to take 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage. Okay.
And then anything within 5 feet of that window needs to make a dex save.
Okay, so we're gonna say that you aimed at the window that was closest to you, which would be on the ground floor. So it is now smashed into icy shards and is now laying in glass pieces on both the interior and exterior of the house. But there are no creatures within 5 feet of the point of explosion.
Okay. The house also needs to make a dex save.
House makes a dex save of 9 total.
Then it takes an additional 10 cold damage.
Wow. So you can see from the outside that you've managed to ice up some of the front porch of this structure. And from the inside, Milo and Elena can see 3 of the chickens sort of be frightened by the crackling noises of the ice. And all 3 of those chickens are now looking in your direction. The 2 of you, Milo and Elena. So I'm going to roll their initiative now. Okay. Milo, you are inside the house. There are 3 chickens looking at you. Elena has just joined you. What would you like to do?
God dang it, Elena, I'm trying to be a hero here. And then,
I could probably survive it if you still wanted to be.
Just stay close. And is there a chicken within swiping distance of like a sword to me, or?
You'd have to move forward 10 feet.
Okay, 10 feet will do. I'll move forward 10 feet because you should be good still in my... Yeah, 10 feet. 10 feet's perfect. Okay, so I'll move 10 feet. All the chickens are close to each other?
Yeah, more or less.
Alright, so I'll just swing at one with the sword.
Okay, so we'll say you swing at the one closest to you.
15 to hit?
A 15 hits. Tell us how much damage you do.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. 8 plus.
8 is enough.
Okay. 8 plus.
Milo, you slam your sword into this chicken and slice off its head, and as the head and the beak sort of keep chattering from the neural energy, the rest of its body you can see then kind of stops and then explodes as a fireball of feathers. I need you and Elena to make a dexterity save, and the other 2 chickens need to make a dexterity save as well.
You get +2, Elena, to the save. I rolled a 4.
22.
22! Okay, so Milo will take full damage, which is 15 points of fire damage. Elena, you'll take half, which is 7. The fire damage...
I take half because I have a paladin thing that gives half damage to spells.
And I don't think I take half because it's
7,
fire damage.
And then you would take half because you're close to me. You're 10 feet away from
I
me.
take half because I'm close to Milo.
Oh, because that protection thing that you have, right?
Yeah, it has 10 feet. Anyone within 10 feet of me gets half damage from spells.
It's lit as hell.
Unfortunately,
Literally.
Unfortunately for the 2 other chickens, it's close enough within radius that they both are hit by this chicken grenade, and both of them will also blow up.
Oh, so we're gonna have to make another dexterity
Yes,
save
you
now?
will both need to make another dexterity save as a fire begins to rage on the ground floor of this Baba
Halved
Yaga
and
house.
halved, right?
You
for
would
me?
get
Because-
you would get a quarter, Elena.
Yes.
Like quarter damage.
So you take like, what, 4 or 5 points of damage?
Well,
What's half
tell
of
me,
7?
tell me if you make the save or not, because I
From the
The
first one.
first time.
for the first one, yes.
Because Elena saved, she did 7
That
points
was
of
15.
damage. And then half of 7 would be 4? 3?
3.
Okay. Well, I took 7 because I
Okay.
didn't save.
So now the second one is going to blow up. So I
Okay.
need you both to make another save.
Ooh, natural 20 on that one. What'd you get?
Is this an effect I can see?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, let me roll
You
that
get
at
+2
advantage.
for all these saves, by the way.
Yes, and it's at advantage, luckily. Okay, thank God. 22 again.
So it does a total of 8, but if you save, it does half, so that's 4.
4, so 2.
And the third one is also going to blow up, and it's within
Oh my God.
the same radius of the both of you. You can see everything is turning to fire. The portraits of apples on the wall, as well as the rocking chair on the ground floor, are all starting to burn up from chicken fireball damage. I need you to both make another save, please.
I rolled a 19 altogether for Dexterity.
That hit. That will save.
23.
That will also save. So this last one that you can see on the ground floor did 13 points of fire damage. So if you saved, it would be
After 6, after 3.
6 after 3. Yeah, 6 after 3. 3. There.
Did the last window take any damage?
Well, from the outside, Aisling, you do not see the upper floor taking any additional damage, but you can see the entire ground floor starting to erupt in flames.
All right, so that was 1 attack from me.
Doc, you can also see tendrils of like black smoke coming from the entire lower ground floor of this structure.
Can Milo look around and see if there's anything that looks like if he stabbed it, it would hurt the house extra?
Give me an insight check. Actually, you're looking for something specific that you think would hurt it extra. That would be investigation. Not insight. That would be investigation.
Investigation. A whopping 9 for my investigation.
Yeah, your best guess is to continue setting the thing on fire and hurting the most vulnerable beams of the house to cause it to collapse internally. That's your best guess, which means more fire damage, more attacking the house itself.
Yeah, so Milo's just going to swing at whatever beam is closest to him.
Okay.
For his last attack, which is an 18.
That hits.
7 plus, I think, 5. 12 points of damage.
Milo, you and Elena can both feel this house is starting to lose a lot of the lumber holding up the second floor. And Duck and Aisling, from the outside, you can see that this entire structure is now forced by fire to kneel onto the ground. Elena and Milo, I need you to both make a dexterity save to stop yourself from falling on the ground.
+2 to this. 7. Elena, you also get a +2.
21.
Okay, so Elena saves. Milo, you're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
You stub your toe.
Oh, ouch. Just...
But Duck and Aisling, you can see from the outside of the house that it looks like it's getting much, much closer to being destroyed at this moment. The fire damage in particular seems to be doing a lot to harm this structure. Milo, anything else?
He's just gonna pathetically crawl towards Elena, coughing on the smoke. Just be like, "Hey, I did good. I did good."
You did great, little man. You did great.
This is like Die Hard.
And that's my turn. The pathetic crawl was the last thing I'll do.
So there are no more chickens on the floor that you're on right now, which means Duck, you are first to act at the top of the next round.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast and hopefully roll better this time. No, that's the third natural one.
Yikes.
Swear to gosh, that's an 8 again.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Nope, it's a 2. Cool.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
fun.
Good. Glad you're here.
Did you use your inspiration yet?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to inspiration a cantrip.
Inspirate.
Inspirate a cantrip. Just to roll
Hey.
another natural one, I'm sure.
Do you have a bonus action, Duck?
No, I'm just going to stay in the
Okay.
tree.
The house is now going to stand up. And so Milo and Elena, I need you to both make another dexterity save to hold on to something as this thing is now standing up. And as
Can Milo hold on to me if I make the save, which I do? 24.
Milo can hold on to you if he wants.
He's gone right now, but
Can you roll for him? Do you mind?
I'd love to. I don't. Let me.
He hasn't been rolling in here, but I don't think he has.
Oh, there he is. Roll a dexterity saving throw, Patrick.
He's plus 0.
You're holding onto my leg.
4.
Okay, you're not holding onto my leg.
4 total.
So strong. Yeah.
Plus
So
2.
Milo, as this creature stands up, you're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and you let go of Elena. You can't quite hold on to Elena, but Elena is just kind of standing there, her sort of sturdy legs holding firm as this creature now
Got my cord locked.
It is going to then walk. It's going to stomp across the swamp, 10 feet forward, and kick at Duck. High kick. It's going to give a high kick. I think Duck is in a tree at the moment.
Ow.
Due to this house.
I'd like to see it try and high kick Duck.
Duck, that's a 24.
Silvery
It's
bar,
gonna be
reroll.
disadvantage if Duck is in a tree.
Silvery arms, okay, reroll. 24, second time.
Yes, that hits.
That's going to do 16 points of bludgeoning damage, Duck.
I'm down.
Ow.
It still has movement. It's going to
But I'm giving somebody advantage. I'm giving Aisling advantage on their next roll.
Okay. Can move forward another 10 feet, and with its other foot, try to kick at Aisling. That's another 24. Aisling. That's
That
going to
misses.
be 16 points of bludgeoning damage. That's the end of its turn. So, Baba Yaga house is burning and falling apart. Milo and Elena inside can see that the timber inside is kind of warping from the wood and smoke. Elena, before you take your turn, could you make a Constitution save due to smoke inhalation, and then we'll continue.
+2.
11.
11. You were going to take 5 points of smoke damage, but you're healthy enough to continue your action.
A little bird comes out and says, "Don't forget you can hold your breath for your con save. Like whatever your con is."
Okay, can I... Milo, do I have your consent to pick you up?
No. No, you can pick me up. I don't give a shit.
Jesus! I'd like to pick Milo up. And are there any more first floor windows left that are
No,
unbroken?
Aisling broke the other one.
Okay, well then I'll go through a broken window and sort of roll us out of the house.
Okay, make a dexterity I'm sorry, acrobatics check, please, at disadvantage because you're holding Milo.
And because I'm exhausted anyway, so it's
Yeah,
really just, it's
Okay,
fruitless.
so it would even out.
Okay. 11.
So, Elena, both you and Milo are going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam your shoulder into what's left of the window, like a window jam. Can't quite get a totally clean jump through the window. So you and Milo are both going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. However, you're both outside on the porch that is currently burning up with hot red smoke.
All right, Milo.
Oh.
Milo's rubbing his head.
And I guess that was an action. Yeah, the house can make a dexterity saving throw.
Total is 11.
Okay, so it takes a full. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. 2 points of lightning damage.
Okay, seems to work.
And I'll set Milo down
Hey,
so that he has free
What
range of
the
movement.
fuck,
I feel like
Olin?
I just wanted to get you out of the smoke.
Aisling, you are next to act. This thing is on fire. Duck is currently down. You can now see Milo and Elena again, though. They're outside and they look okay. Just bruised.
Okay. This house is taking up this amount of space, yes?
Correct.
Okay. And are they off the house?
They're on the front porch of the house right now. So the house is standing, and they're both on the front porch. So they're standing there.
Could I have theoretically made it off the front porch with the rest of my movement
That would
with
take
Milo
too
in my
much.
hands?
Too much. Unless you want to just fall.
No.
I'm assuming you would climb with
Just
him.
wondering.
To do it without.
I would die.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't. I'm not going to do that. I was just like,
It's facing me, I guess.
It currently, yes, it is. It tried to kick you, and it missed. Or did it hit? Actually, I think.
No, it definitely didn't miss.
Yeah, it did hit you.
Is it... How tall is it?
It's pretty tall. It's like 25, 30 feet tall. 2 stories. Chimneys. Feet. Maybe 30 to 40 feet tall. I mean, you haven't flown to the entire top of it, but it's pretty tall.
Okay. I'm gonna fly... No, I guess I shouldn't do that. Okay, Milo gets 6 points of healing from the aura. I'll fly 15 feet over here.
Next to Duck, okay.
Cast Cure Wounds. 11 points of healing to Duck.
Wow. Duck,
I'm alive!
awake.
So that was 15. And then I'll fly another 15 feet just straight up. So I'll be 15 feet in the air.
Okay, I think that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Milo, you are standing on the front porch. It's burning. This whole creature is burning from its midsection. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna pat out the flames all around me, and while I do that, cast Lay of Hands and just use all 35. Why not?
Oh, wow. Okay, good move.
Is there a way Milo could crawl? There's one window that's not broken right now.
On the top floor, correct.
Could Milo start crawling up towards that window from the...
From the outside of the house?
Yeah.
You could. I mean, this floor is burning.
From the outside, though, he just wants to, like... I don't know. It looks like there's a little... I don't know how accurate the picture is to...
I mean, you'd be able to climb up the facade. It's a little tricky. Why don't you go ahead and make a climbing... Character may climb. You want to climb to the second floor. How much movement do you have left?
All of it. I haven't
Okay.
moved at all.
So your movement is 25, so you can go... I mean, you can go 10 and a half feet. You can't quite get to the window, but you can go in between the top floor and and the ground floor. Because your total movement is 25, so in half, you can only go halfway up the house.
As Emily's over there with the tape measure.
I couldn't like push off of Elena's face and crawl because she is holding me.
No, I think she let go as.
I did put you down. I stated that I put you down.
You gave me a headache.
You could hold your movement until I pick you
I'll
up
just,
and throw you, or I
once
could
again,
throw a javelin at the window.
Hold on for dear life, because this thing's been throwing us around. So I'll hold on to the post, and that'll be my turn.
Duck and so before we continue the next round, Duck and Aisling, you both detect a shift in the swampy air as the presence of somebody or something makes itself known.
Oh dear.
Standing behind the ruined rock area in the northwest corner of this part of the swamps, you see a very old and haggard looking person.
Look at her.
She is pretty tall, about 6 foot tall, pale, kind of skin color, kind of bony, gaunt face, wearing a long dress with clearly visible holes and patches all over the dress. She's wearing a head wrap over this like chunky blonde yet graying fringe haircut with a small stripe of strawberry red. And she's kind of like dangling her glasses from her fingers and spinning her eyeglasses around. And she's got one hand on her hip, kind of looking angrily at the party. And she shouts at you, Aisling. Hey! Who's there? Who's on my house? So Aisling and Duck, you were 50 feet away from this woman. You could both hear this person shouting at you. Any reaction?
Nobody.
Nothing but us chickens.
It's the apocalypse.
Oh.
Well, nobody. I need to talk to your manager. I need to file a complaint.
Papa, you guys a Karen?
Shut up, Karen. Call back your house.
Can you all stop being so loud? This is a public space. What are your names?
What they're going to do, call the cops? We are the cops.
No, I'm calling the cops. What's wrong with you? You are being offensive to real cops by calling yourself a cop.
God, if I gave a fuck about the cops, I wouldn't be here right now. Pigs, the lot of them. Anyways, we are cops. Why is your house trying to kill us?
Except for your house.
Why are you yelling at me? Do you hate old women? Are you an
Yes.
old woman hater?
Yes.
Actually,
With that, she kind of withdraws under her hood and takes a step out of the swamps. But the house continues to move about, and you can tell it's still angry and wanting to attack you. So, Duck, you're actually next to act.
Okay. Well, trying to hit things isn't working, so gonna do something different.
You're suddenly Minnesotan as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I've been around Milo so much. Is that a puppy? I just see puppy ears.
I'll whisper.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a cutie!
She's just a shadow.
we love dogs.
Oh, that is a dark dog.
I know, she's
all
like-
black.
Just sucks up all the light. There's a dog right here. I'm not just petting blackness.
How old?
whisper.
She's 3.
3.
Or coming up on 3.
Oh my goodness.
Cute. Okay, so obviously I can't hit Jack Diddley for Jack Diddley today, so I'm going to try and make our lives a little bit easier. I don't know if it will. And I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud,
Okay.
but it's a range of 120, so I know the lady was like over in yonder area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just put a Fog Cloud there.
Okay.
Oh no!
Fog cloud creates heavily obscured. Okay, so well, even though the woman that you just met is off screen, she would be impacted by the cloud. That's your intention, Duck?
Yeah, it's heavily obscured. So it's pretty much, I think you have like disadvantage of seeing us if you're like near, like to see through the cloud.
He
Disadvantage
sees
of
fog, basically. A sudden cloud of fog appears
Yeah.
where her house was.
Duck, you can hear a reaction. Pox! Pox! Pox on you dandy little Riesling drinkers.
I love Riesling.
Fog cloud also kills hags instantly. It's a lesser known thing.
You have no taste. You have no taste. I knew you were the police.
Valid, actually.
Duck, is that the end of your turn?
Bonus action. Can I see Elena?
Not with the fog cloud.
Fog cloud's already is up at the top.
You can see Elena from where you're standing, yes, because Elena's standing on the porch.
I would say, yeah, the fog cloud's away from us right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give Elena a bardic inspiration.
Oh.
Like, Elena, you can do it. I believe in you. Burn
Thank
this
you.
house to the ground.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn?
Yeah.
It's this house's turn right now. So, okay, to recap, Duck and Aisling are next to the house. Aisling's in the air, kind of hovering in the air. Elena's on the porch. Milo is holding on to the house.
Holding on for dear life to one of the posts, just wrapped around.
So this house is going to try to step on Aisling. I need Milo and Elena to both make dexterity. I'm trying to remember. Dexterity save once again.
Do I get advantage because I'm holding on, or no? Because I knew it was coming. I'm holding
We
on.
would narrate it the same way, regardless.
Okay.
It's like if you
So
say
no advantage.
you're holding on to something or steadying yourself.
Wait, is trying to step on me?
Yes. I'm sorry, because you're flying. It was trying to step on Duck.
Who's in a tree?
Yeah, so it would end up being a kick.
Getting a
Are
splinter.
you higher than me, Aisling?
I'm 15 feet up in the air.
I'm 20 foot up in a tree.
So it's going to kick it easily. Elena, Milo. Oh, okay. Dexterity save. So Elena saves.
I rolled a 500 minus 495. 5. I rolled a 5.
Milo, you're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as this thing lunges forward and tries to high kick into Aisling. That's a 25 to hit Aisling.
Silvery barbs.
Would I? Now, Matt, this might be a little funky because I'm on top of this thing.
Okay.
Would I be able to do my protection and impose disadvantage on this thing? Now it's trying to. If you say no, it's totally fine, like understandable. But any creature within, I think 5 feet of me, or hold on, let me see what the reaction is.
Okay.
Yeah, other than you within 5 feet, I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage. So if
Okay.
Duck is floating around and I'm on top of this thing, would you still allow it or no? If you don't, it's totally fine.
You have to make it doesn't matter if you make a successful dex save, that effect takes place regardless.
Yeah, it's just a reaction, using a
Okay.
reaction to impose
So
disadvantage.
we'll let you take your reaction, and it's going to impose disadvantage on this attack roll.
Yeah.
The first one was successful, but we'll see what happens on the second one.
Oh, so this would be before my. Okay.
The second roll's a 19 on Aisling, and I think that still hits.
Yeah.
Aisling, that's going to be... It's the same damage. 16 points of bludgeoning damage,
You can
Aisling.
probably still Silverly Barbs it.
I don't know if he's gonna roll any lower.
You roll a 19.
Yeah, I'll silvery barbs it. It's fine. Yeah.
Triple disadvantage.
So I'm rolling a third time.
Yeah.
14 on Aisling.
Misses.
It misses.
Yay!
Okay, well, it's now its
Good
next
thing
turn. It still has another attack, and it's going to roll forward and try to land on the tree that Duck is standing on, as well as Aisling, which is partially in the air.
Yeah.
Try to land
Well,
on both of you.
I'm giving Aisling advantage on their next roll.
I already have it.
Oh, have you not rolled once since then?
No, we haven't gone.
Oh, can I give it to myself then?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I need you to both make a dexterity save as it tries to land on you.
You can give it
Oh,
to yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to myself then.
Yeah, can you tell me what you get?
You said deck save.
Dex save.
You would technically get a +2 to this if I was able to do my protection thing.
So 19.
Okay, you save. Also save. So the both of you, as this thing comes down, there are so many branches on the trees. The branches got stuck in the facade of the house and broke more windows, broke more of the lumber and shutters on the facade. And Duck and Aisling, the house is not falling on top of you somehow. You're both no longer in the air, like you're both no longer in the tree. You're both on the ground, but the house itself has not harmed either of you.
Would we be prone still then?
But you would both be prone.
Okay.
And it's now that's the end of the house's turn. So we're going to go next to Olena, who is on the porch of this burning house.
Chuck me through the window, Elena.
I'm not going to chuck anybody through any windows. I guess I'll just... Do you want me to chuck you through the window? Okay. I get in a... You can't see me, but I'm hiking my skirts up. Getting in a squat position. Put your hands over your head.
Do you still have those
using
Ronald
my
McDonald
attack.
pants on too, with the pockets?
Right. Oh, no.
So the shirt comes up and it's just the pants.
Yeah, it's awful. And I'm going to try and chuck, using my attack roll, Milo through the window.
On the upper floor.
Yes.
Okay. So that's an attack roll. I'm going to say that's a disadvantage.
That's reasonable. It would
Yeah,
be a
let's do it.
disadvantage anyway because he's not my axe.
Yes. Okay, so let's do it. See what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna do unarmed strike.
It sounds fair. And you're trying to break glass, not the house itself, so that's...
I'm really just trying to get him up there.
Okay, with a 20, it works. You are able to throw Milo through the glass. Milo, you are going to get hurt a little bit from some of the glass.
That's why he healed.
So Milo, could you make a dexterity save as you're being thrown through this window on the upper floor?
From the ground, you just hear Doug go, "I came in like a red."
I got a 17, so I imagine I just hit the glass, get cut up a little bit, and land
Yeah.
like Blade.
2 points. Only 2 points. 17. You save, actually. You get some cuts and bruises from the
But they're
glass.
cool looking.
No additional. You kind of go into a barrel roll and position yourself so you can kind of stand up on this upper floor where you see there. It's the bedroom area. So there's like a 4-poster bed with kind of nice blankets. Again, a floral pattern on the blankets. There is a dressing gown by a mirror and a basin with water that's been sloshing around. The water's all over the floor. And there's one chicken kind of looking around. It sees you immediately. It's 20 feet away from you. And it sees you as you fall onto the floor of this upper floor. So before you continue with, we're going back to Elena. So Elena, your throw of Milo was successful. Do you have any other actions or bonus actions?
Can the house make a dexterity saving throw?
A house, yes. A 3.
Well, it takes the full lightning damage of 6 points.
Electric fire. That's gonna cost.
The entire
That's my
house
turn.
kind of shakes and nothing breaks, but it shakes as the lightning reverberates throughout its timber. Is that the end of your turn? What? Yes. Aisling, you're
Well.
underneath this house, but you're unharmed. You can.
I'm harmed.
Oh, you're not unconscious, I should say.
You said I'm under the house?
Yeah, because the house fell on top of you and Duck, but not in a way that either of you were damaged by the facade. So you can imagine you're maybe in the front porch area or somewhere on the facade where your whole body was not did not take any damage.
Well, is this a bad idea? Maybe.
No such thing.
Just do it. What harm could happen?
Am I beside Duck,
You're, let's say, 5-10 feet away from Duck because you were flying before.
but on the same line?
Yeah, pretty much.
Great. Bonus action. 6 points of healing to Duck.
Ah, okay.
And I need a con save from the house.
From the house. That is a 30.
That's
Jesus.
it.
Does that
Barely
sound
made it.
narrowly?
It doesn't really matter if you save or not, because I'm still gonna fart. And I cast Thunder Wave.
Okay. Who will that affect?
Just the house.
Okay. And what happens?
It takes 10 halved to 5 thunder damage.
Okay. So, Milo, you're on the upper floor. You can see that the upper floor is struck by another bolt of lightning. You almost see like electricity kind of move through the walls as Aisling strikes it.
Oh, I guess Milo's on the house, isn't he?
Milo's inside the house. Yes.
Oh, inside the house. I don't.
Yes.
I can roll.
Well, it's 15.
Yep. That's the effect. That's the effect. If Milo has to take a roll, then let's take a roll.
I'm
Well,
also
yeah,
on the house.
I don't know
11?
where it would be, but
I think I take 5 either way because I rolled an 11. I think you. your
Okay.
spell
And
save's
Elena
probably
was
better.
also on the house, so Elena would take a roll.
Mhm.
Okay.
20.
Okay. So that's
so if
I
you
think Thunderwave is only 15 feet, right?
yeah, it's only a 15-foot length. I don't know how far away Elena is, but
I'm on the porch. I just didn't move
So
with the
I mean,
house.
you and Duck are near the porch because that's how you were able to avoid getting hurt by the house. So you're not far from Elena, easily.
okay.
Does
So
the chicken have to make a save if I made a save?
Yes, the chicken does have to make a save. The chicken's gonna blow up in a moment, but let's finish. Ethan's turn.
Milo, what did you get?
I failed. I rolled an 11.
So you would take
5 because I
you
get
do
half.
half,
Yeah.
but you're also pushed 10 feet away from me.
Slam it to the wall.
So I give you 10 feet of extra movement there for goodness and love and
What the hell was that? Just so confused.
I farted.
The chicken is also affected by the spell in the same way and starts hurtling towards you. And because it failed its save, Milo, the chicken is going to blow up in front of you. I need you to make a dexterity save.
It'll blow up 10 feet back.
No, because they're both on the floor, pushed in the same direction, so it would move towards Milo.
I'm just floating in slow motion. I rolled a 13 for my dex save.
You're going to take full damage.
Burn it down.
Milo, that is 12 points of fire damage.
So 6.
And the second floor is now on fire. The bedspread has lit up. The pillows are now on fire. Even the little dressing gown by the mirror has caught on fire. We're going to go back to Aisling. Aisling, anything else?
Am I able to move or am I trapped?
You're kind of trapped, but you're not hurt by the house.
Okay, then I guess that would be it.
Okay. Milo, you're last to act this round. You're on the second floor. Things are on fire. There are no more chickens. The house is burning.
I imagine all the hair on Milo's just singed off now, so he's just pure bald. No eyebrows, no anything.
Hadn't Milo already lost hair at some point too?
Yeah, he lost some hair. I think he had his mutton chops still, but those are singed off.
I just imagine Milo with like a big thumb.
Essentially, yeah. Milo's just gonna look around for anything that could potentially do extra harm. Is there any other windows?
There is a window to the east, which is the same window that Duck saw earlier.
Milo's gonna smack that real quick.
Hey, take an attack roll, please.
20 non-natural.
That hits. You smash through the glass with ease, breaking the very last window in this house.
How am I feeling that the house is looking right now? Like, how much longer?
It looks very shabby. You know that if you stayed on this level a little bit longer, you will also suffer from smoke inhalation. But the bottom floor is almost unlivable at this point. It's burning so much.
Is there, like, anything from his paladin training that he could recall, like, this is how you kill a Baba Yaga house? Is there anything like that?
Give me a I don't know, a history. Let's say history, a lore. This is like lore. So give me a history check, please.
14?
Your guess. Unfortunately, you're not from Storm's Eye, so you don't quite have the knowledge of Baba Yaga as somebody from Storm's Eye might.
Milo just kind of thinks to himself, "Was that window thing bullshit?" And then he just runs to the other window and peeks around to see if he can see Elena.
The window that you just broke.
Back to the front where he knows Elena is.
Oh, yes, you see Elena and Duck and Aisling kind of all in a row, because remember the house fell on top of two of them, so they're all kind of stuck on. So you see all three of your friends.
Yeah.
Saying, jump to me, my bald man.
Milo's just gonna Princess Bride fall from the tower.
Honestly, it's a good thing that your mutton chops are gone. I didn't want to say anything, but they looked awful.
Yeah, so Milo's just gonna fall into Elena's arms.
Fall into Elena's arms. So okay, I'm just thinking about it.
It's like a
House facing
cannonball.
forward. Elena is on the porch. You're leaving the second floor. It's a distance of like 15 feet. So does this count as a fall? But Elena is going to catch you.
And Elena is strong.
And Elena is strong. All right, so you're going to... This is like... I'm going to say Elena's trying to like help prevent you from taking full fall damage. That's how we'll roleplay it, I think. So, Elena, could you make a
Well,
strength?
if I'm going to catch him, he probably won't take any damage.
Yeah, can you make a strength check
Okay.
then, Elena?
Strength
You're gonna
check or
catch-
strength save?
Strength save. Yes.
Is this still the same round as when the house fell on?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
okay. I just want to make sure because if I
This
use
round's
that-
about to end, though, but yes. Elena, what'd you get?
17.
It's enough. So, Mila, you're only going to take 4 points of falling damage, but Elena catches you. You know, you by falling from the location that you did, there are still some jagged edges of the glass and things sticking out of the house, but it doesn't kill you. And you land in Elena's arms at the end of this round.
And I say, do I look good?
Well,
And that's my turn.
All right. All four of you can feel that this house is getting ready to stand up. And as the house is preparing to do this, Duck, you in particular, because you're closest, can hear what you assume to be a woman's voice coming from about 40 feet behind you. And the voice shouts out, "I don't see anybody. Is there anyone there? Did somebody call for a priestess? Where's everybody?"
There's a huge house on fire.
She sees
we
the house.
called
on
for
fire,
a priest. Just stay right where you are.
Oh, there's somebody there.
Yes. Don't move any closer, though, because there's a thing that's on fire here.
Do you need any help?
No! I mean, yes, from the priest, so if you could just stay right there, that would be great. We'll clear the fog in no time. Right?
Yeah, but also be careful. There might be an evil witch somewhere out there too.
Oh, not the Baba Yaga.
We got our house on fire, so, you know.
Maybe climb a tree and we'll be with you in a moment.
With all of those warnings, the woman disappears. And it's now the top of the next round. Duck, you were first to act.
Can I crawl out from underneath the house?
Yes, you can.
I would like to do that and maybe just like get back here.
Yes, you can do that. You can see, Duck, that this house is burning. All of the windows have been smashed. There are like black soot marks from where the chickens exploded, and you can see all three of your friends are kind of standing side by side one another on the front porch.
Yeah, I feel like this is it, y'all. I feel like I can do it. I can do it. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it. I'm gonna hit this time.
What are you trying to do?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast? Okay.
I don't hit.
It's a 15. 15 misses, Duck.
I don't hit.
Duck, you're feeling like this weird existential shame, as if your patron's voice is like shaming you by silently like shaking its head no.
Yeah, it's
Is that an advantage?
Huh?
I saw you roll Eldritch Blast the second time.
No, I get two blasts of it.
Neither of them hit though.
I've done like 10, and none of them have hit.
Is that the end of your turn, Duck?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. The house is going to take part of its movement to stand. Aisling...
Does it take like burning damage or anything at the start of its turn since it's on fire?
Yes, it does. So I actually I remembered for one round, but I forgot for the last round. So let me do that for this round, for the last round, and then for this round. Thank you for reminding me.
That's like 8 D100s, I think, of damage.
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard too.
Mm-hmm. Because the house is allergic
to chickens.
Okay, so Milo, Elena, all of you can see that this house is getting very close to falling apart. The wood is warping inwards as the embers are burning faster and faster. You can hear like dishes smashing, furniture inside kind of falling onto the ground, cabinets erupting in flames. But it's gonna stand. So those of you who were on the porch, could you all make a dexterity save, please, to avoid bludgeoning damage?
15.
Do I also have to make that? Sorry.
Yeah, Elena also.
+2 for you.
Yeah, 11's not enough.
13 actually, but 13, probably still not enough.
Not enough. Yeah, Aisling not enough. Milo, what'd you get?
15.
15 is enough. So, Aisling and Elena will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Milo, you'll take half, which is 2. This thing is gonna stomp on the ground forward, creating tremors. Duck, I believe you were standing on the ground.
Yeah.
So as it creates this tremor, Duck, I need you to make a Constitution save.
11.
Duck, you're gonna take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Not my day, y'all.
As you fall to the ground again on this creature's chicken feet stomping into the ground. I'm sorry. That's the end of its turn.
But the integrity of the house is so ruined by the flames that it falls apart when it stomps, right?
Milo, you are noticing that perhaps only 1 or 2 more successful attacks will probably murder this creature.
The fog cloud's down.
Fog cloud is down. Okay. Duck's unconscious. Aisling, you can hear in the distance somebody shout at you. Reform the police! Reform the police!
Didn't you just say you were going to call the police on us?
Yeah, she can't make up her mind.
Yeah.
She's very confused.
Get it together, lady.
Elena, it's your turn to act. This thing
Hello.
just tremored Duck to the ground again. And the interior is falling apart due to fire damage. But you're on the outside, kind of avoiding some of the smoke. What would you like to do?
And Elena, don't forget, you still have a bardic inspiration.
Oh, right.
Like a D6 winning if you need it.
D what? Sorry.
A D6 winning if you need it.
Nice. Are there any like load-bearing beams?
Yeah,
Load-bearing walls that I can see?
You can see them. You can see them inside the house. Yes. Would you like to go back
40
inside
feet of
and try to
movement?
attack them?
Yeah, I'll go in and attack them.
Okay, so if you go back inside, you will definitely have to roll for smoke.
But I have 40 feet of movement, so I can go in and out while holding my breath.
Okay. So if you're going to be holding your breath, I need you to make a Constitution check.
You can hold your
Oh,
breath
sorry,
for
wait.
5 minutes.
That's wrong.
D&D is ridiculous. I tried to
Don't
drown.
take
I had
whatever
one.
number that was. That was a save.
23. That's
No,
actually
don't. Not that one. Not that one.
Okay.
That was a save, not a check. 18.
18's enough. And your great axe, what was it, a disadvantage?
Yeah, that was a 13 to hit on the first
Oh,
one.
Elena, 13 is not enough. It's gonna miss.
Hit the house. That's terrible.
Whoa!
Okay.
There's just so much smoke that you can see the beam, but you can't quite strike it. Are you gonna run back out?
Okay.
Don't forget you
11 on my second attack, so I miss again. So yeah, I'll walk back out.
You can
could
add.
use- You could have used that
D6.
bardic on the first one.
Hey,
Oh yeah, I'll use the bardic on the first one. Let me roll a d6 to see if I can add anything to that. 13 plus 4, 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay, so 1 hit out of all these frickin'
Yeah.
You could also be recklessly
I think-
doing this.
Welcome to my world.
I don't think do I have reckless attack?
I think all barbarians.
I think
do.
all barbarians.
I don't.
You don't have reckless?
What kind of barbarian are you?
I'm
What kind of
Not a
barbarian?
good one, apparently.
It's how we-
Elena.
first of all, how dare you? Second of all, I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, I do have reckless.
Yeah, all barbarians get reckless attack at second level.
Okay.
Um, Elena, with this one major swing of your axe, you actually strike the load-bearing beam, and you can feel the second floor is about to collapse, which prompts you to run out of the house to be safely back on the porch alongside
Sure.
Milo.
Yeah, and then
back. Go ahead.
Bonus action, it needs to make another dexterity saving throw.
7.
It takes 6 points of lightning damage.
Elena, tell us how you murder this house.
Exactly as I said. You gotta. So I come in like a wrecking ball, aiming for that load-bearing wall. My axe somehow looks like a giant hammer, and it just comes down with lightning crackling down the beams and such.
Everything in the house begins to sort of pop and explode. Every piece of furniture, everything hanging on the wall, every last bit of glass stuck to a window frame is erupting in this very loud explosion. So as this huge structure kind of collapses to the ground, the woman Duck that was standing behind you casts Cure Wounds on you and gives you 11 points of 11 hit points, Duck.
I'm alive!
Hi, Duck.
You did it, Doc. You killed it.
Duck hit it. And this structure is now a pile of chicken bones and ash. It's now dead.
Come on,
Would you
9,000
say-
XP. Come on, 9,000 XP.
Would you say that was roughly 5 rounds?
Come on,
I think it was 5 or 6 rounds. I can't remember.
22.
Maybe 6.
522.
Come on, 9,000.
All right, each of you is going to take 2666 XP for killing this house and meeting a few new people.
2666.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's math.
That's scary. I don't like that number. 2666. Apply.
Remind me how leveling up works again.
You can take it at the start of the next game session or the next game day, whichever comes first. It's probably going to be the next game session.
I'll also just say, because my spell lasts for another 4 rounds, if we say we went 6, because I think we were probably 5 or 6.
To use your aura, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give Duck
Okay.
8. Milo, you get 9. Elena, you get 11. And then I'll take 3.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're healing up a little bit. This person has appeared, and looks like she's also helping out. She also has a few more cure wounds that she can give out, so she's going to give 8 more points to Aisling, 9 more cure wounds to Milo, and 4 more to Owen.
Aisling leveled up.
Woo!
Woo!
You get to pick anything interesting for the next level?
Yeah, what
No,
level?
just spells. 7. My next thing isn't until 8th level. And I can fly in my wild shape.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
I was telling
I
Will,
drew it in another campaign, and it's been so annoying not being able to fly.
well, I forgot that I was a druid.
Hmm.
I started thinking I was a bard, because that's what I am in the other campaign.
Right, it's too complicated.
And it has the same, like it has this character has like the extra boxes to tick off for like my drug healing and all of that kind of stuff, just like a bard has the inspirations and all of that. So I was like, oh yeah, I should be using my inspiration, but I knew it was an inspiration, but forgot that it was also druid. I don't know. It's been a while.
Been a while.
Matt, you also said, I think, before I joined, if I fly during battle, it's a level of exhaustion at the end of the battle.
Correct.
So, second level.
Mm-hmm.
You die instantly.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on.
So it's half. Movement is halved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lynn, I can carry you.
I was gonna say I can pick you up if you need.
So this priestess who has walked forward to cast cure wounds on all of you, she's quite tall. She's about 6'1". She has white hair and vacant white eyes, kind of spooky looking. She's carrying a Morning Star mace that has a silver-plated ball covered in spikes at the very end. She's wearing a quite prominent necklace with a circular golden pendant, and in the center of the pendant is a red hawk on a forest green background. Around her waist is a leather rope belt, and dangling from it is a silver holy symbol. So if anybody wants to make a religion check or a perception check, or have any questions, you can let me know.
13 religion check?
Yeah, this so Milo, from the teachings you remember from your mentor, you did not cover so many of the gods in this part of Central Virlinia. But you're quite curious to learn more about where this person might be coming from.
Where are you from?
Just curious.
I should ask the same of all of you. Were you working? You're working against the hag, I presume.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Unexpectedly ran into her house.
Yes, that's quite unfortunate for her.
Exactly.
She then bows and kind of rubs her pendant that she's wearing across her neck. And when she rubs this pendant, you can all kind of hear this piercing hawk fly overhead and fly west towards the forests. And as she rises from her bow, she says, "My name is Balhuja Star Kettle. You saved my daughter and her friend, and I heard from my daughter that you were in search of a healer, a priestess of some kind. Is that true?"
Oh, yeah. Well, not to kind of put you in the spotlight here, Olena, but she does have kind of a minor curse. I'm just going to say it. We're hoping, we could find someone to help her with that ailment. you are correct. We did save your kid. They were in the swamps. Don't recommend going out there anymore for them. A little bit dicey, but what can you do, kids? Am I right? And yeah. What was your last name?
Star Kettle. Bahuja Star Kettle.
Star Kettle. Nice to meet you. I'm Milo. This is Elena. We got Duck over there. That's Aisling right there. We're kind of cops, quasi-cops. I mean, I don't know if any of us are too fond of the title of being a cop, but we're here doing some
Virlinian Vanguard.
Virlinian Vanguard also might have heard of us.
I've not heard of this Vanguard. What is it that you do? Are you protectors, adventurers?
We do the Lord's work.
Which lord?
We guard vans.
All of them. All of the lords.
Well, I'm a man of Palor myself. What about you?
She bows and says, I'm a woman of Sylvanas.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that one's my favorite.
For many of us in Efenenore, Sylvanas is our favorite as well. My kingdom, my kingdom of elves, and she kind of moves so that the remaining sun catches the light on her pointy ears. We tend to the forests to the west of what the colonizers call the heinous swamps. That's of course not the original name for this region. We call it Bahu de Sennin. So you are standing on indigenous lands, Vanguard.
almost everywhere you go, you're standing on indigenous lands.
Oh, Elena, is it?
Yes, Olena Ketsk. Good to meet you.
Elena Ketsk. This is very true. You've studied history, I presume.
Oh, you know, coming from a wealthy upbringing, they teach you a lot of things that you like to fact check because you know that they're telling you them wrong. So I did a lot of fact checking in my youth, and here we are. But you know, cursed or not, we all have our faults.
Some people from some cities have greater faults than the rest of us.
This is true. We've dealt with several of them, I think.
Yes. From where does the Vanguard hail?
I guess the Dash mostly.
You're kind of all over. I mean, Aisling's from a whole different plane of existence. Not to put you on. I keep putting everyone on.
I don't know if
just
we tell
bury
people
it.
that. Do we tell people that? I said Aisling.
I guess we do now.
Okay,
Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm just gonna hush up, okay? I'm just gonna stand over here.
doing great. Milo. You're the face of this organization.
Mhm.
And
You be the face. Someone else will be the mouth.
Whatever you do in your business, Vanguard, think about who you deal with. You might be one of us, or you might be one of them.
Why do we always have to put people into boxes?
And also, aren't we always one? Isn't one of us? We're one of us. Yes.
I'm one of us.
Yeah.
You are aware of the threat that the colonizers bring with the Kaif trade in this region, correct?
Disease.
Yes. Disease, unemployment,
Poor money management.
dependencies. Yes. All of the above. The clans, the elven clans, are very aware of the threat to society that the colonizers and the Kaif brings to this region, and we're very suspicious about people who are working to keep the Kaif trade alive, which is why I'm glad that you put an end to the Baba Yaga's hut.
No, I mean, well, we still got that Baba Yaga to face, but
Yeah. Wait. Speaking of which, can I scan the horizon?
Yeah, make a perception check, Elena.
Can I also help scan the horizon?
Yes, and remind me who has dark vision.
Milo's just splashing water on his face.
Okay.
Cleaning up the baby smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Is it dark?
It's quite dark north of
Yeah.
where you currently are, so neither Duck and Elena, neither of you can see Baba Yaga, but the last thing that you saw was her running north of where you're going, but you can't see that far.
Can I stay listening for anybody sneaking up on us?
Yeah. You can make a perception check. She turns to Olena and says, "You're the one that needs help with the curse."
Yes, let me tell you more about this. So I acquired a weapon that would help strengthen my fighting prowess. Although in fact it wasn't much better than my original weapon to begin with, other than the fact it gave me a little bit of an extra stamina. Turns out, if I attack real well or real poor, like it doesn't even matter. Every time I attack with it, there's a chance that I could go insane and kill everybody in the 30-foot radius. And any other weapon I use, I do so poorly, which is sort of anti my whole spiel.
She says to you, Olena, "Hand me the axe. I will see to it that this curse is ended."
Here's the other thing. I don't know where the axe is.
Aha!
Oh,
I just start backing away from Elena very quietly.
Milo starts winking at Duck and grabs Elena by the back and tries to just walk her away and say, "Hey,
no, I'm in the middle of a
shiny thing
conversation.
over here. No, it's so shiny. You're gonna want to look at it. It's over here."
Shiny.
Yeah, I mean, you're a barbarian, right? You're pretty easy to impress.
Sure.
And when Elena's a little bit farther away, I'll go disappear and come back with the axe. And like, here it is. Here.
Does Olena see this?
Probably, because you all did a shit job.
How does Olena react to the fact that Duck had the axe the whole time?
I need Elena to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
I also need Elena to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Interesting.
I was gonna sit down and cry, but nobody wanted me to do that, I guess. I rolled an 8 and a 15. So, whatever that was.
They
9 and a
not
16.
15 for Aisling.
So I'm just gonna look at Elena and be like, you are going to be in the best, most happiest mood, enjoying life for the next 8 hours.
Wow, isn't this day beautiful? Oh my gosh. Guys, we are so lucky that we are here on this earth and like just we're near my hometown and that's so cool and like hopefully this woman can help me with this curse and
Yes.
you look so good today, guys. You all look
Yes.
fantastic.
You did so great bringing down that entire house, Elena.
Thank you, I did. Yeah, I know. I studied some sort of carpentry when I was younger, and so it was really fascinating to see how a house falls down.
Yeah, and you didn't even need the axe, so we're just gonna.
I used a different axe. I
did?
needed an
It
axe.
is, yes. What was a better one?
Is that my axe? Wow, you had it. That's so crazy that you had it this whole time. That's amazing.
You know, I was doing it for you.
I can't stop laughing.
Here's the axe, lady. Here's the axe.
Bahuja
Take care of this.
Bahuja takes the axe and begins to chant. Aisling, you had some effect also, or no?
She's saved.
Okay.
Sorry.
As
Unfortunately.
Bahuja kind of chants and hovers her hand over this axe, all of you can hear a hawk swoop by above and make the same kind of piercing.
How beautiful is nature, am I right?
That thing just buzzed right past my ear. I did not like that at all. That was insane.
At this moment, that Bahuja passes the axe back to Elena and says, "Do not study this axe any further, for if you do, you will reawaken the curse."
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I'm no longer attuned to the axe. Just if I were to speak in gaming terms. Okay,
Whatever that means, yes.
here's
Yes.
what I want. Do you think you could take and sell this axe for your own? Like, do you want to take this as payment? Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it.
I'm happy to receive the axe, and I don't need any payment, Vanguard. You saved my daughter, which was quite enough.
Oh, maybe you can pay us for the axe then?
No,
She
no,
grabbed the
it's
axe.
cursed.
Ag.
Okay, let me just get rid of it real sec.
Um,
Oh, my max hit points went down. This is so sad.
so Vanguard, your group is anti Baba Yaga.
Well, okay, we don't really know. Her house attacked us out of the blue, and we're sort of supposed to get rid of her in order to stymie the Kive trade.
You know, that house is what she calls her magical castle.
Oh.
And she uses it to get around different parts of central Virlinia without having to walk.
Well,
Is she disabled? Did we just take a woman's giant wheelchair out of commission?
I'm afraid this woman has been taking advantage of some of the farmland and crops in the region. But I think that does some good to the region because her destroying the crops and her taking over more of the indigenous lands it worries me because every action has a consequence. Every action has an effect. If you destroy the crops in one place, that just means something will happen somewhere else. My scouts tell me she has done something quite dangerous in the city of Stormside to the north of here.
Do you know what?
What was your last name again, Barbarian?
Yes, I'm from, but my family's winery is up there, and we know that it's in trouble, but if you know any more specifics, that would be really helpful to us in our cause.
She scratches her head for a second and says, the Ketsk vineyards are on the list. I'm afraid that this hag has done a lot more damage to the physical environment than your family would have approved of. She is going. Oh, thank the gods.
Yeah. Just wanted to put that up.
Though they did kill Cabernet.
Oh!
No, you're happy for the next 8 hours, I believe.
Yeah.
She's his memory be a blessing. Cabernet, what a wonderful horse he was.
The hag and her allies have been planting crops that are not indigenous to this part of the land, and it will have a negative effect on us and the other animals and the other plants in the region. Every action has a reaction or consequence.
Wow, that's very deep. I don't think any of us have heard that before. Every action has an equal reaction.
We say it different at home.
For a while.
We don't say it like that at home, but it's close.
Oh, what do you say back home?
Yeah.
Oh, we say it's equal and opposite. So, like when someone plants bad crops in one place, really good crops grow in another place.
Every action.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Reaction.
I wonder if there's like some other place in the world that's doing really well right now. Maybe.
I mean, you could say that the people who are planting the invasive species are benefiting from those species until, climate change makes it so that those invasive species takes over other native plants, and then the soil itself becomes uninhabitable by these.
But climate change isn't real.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know about those liberal conspiracies you're spewing, but so you said you had scouts or something looking at Stormside. Is there more of you that could help us?
Indeed. But you seek to join us or align with us?
I'm not join you, but maybe you can help us out. I mean, we're trying to stop the Kaif. It seems like we have a kind of a common goal, a common enemy. Have you heard of this genie? His name is Gilmore. Gilmore, right?
She nods at you, Milo, and says, "I have."
And he's in Stormside?
The genie, no.
But the operation, for the most part?
Operation, yes. The operation has spread to Zadash, Stormside, Spinaka, Rovnica.
Ooh, that's not great.
What do you make of the fact that there are these two sort of wily twins that have created this recipe for Kaif, and they are in alignment with a greedy genie, a blowhard executioner, and a hag who doesn't know what real persecution is?
I'm not fond of it. I mean, everyone's here has dealt with Kaif in some way or another. I mean, it's impacting Aisling's business. Oh, geez, I just keep spewing secrets. I'm sorry, Aisling. My sister, you know, she got hooked on the stuff. That wasn't great. That was kind of a roller coaster. I'm still recovering from that one. Yeah, I think we've all had some issues.
I'd like to know how it came to be in the first place, I guess. Like, why did these folks team up? Who discovered it? And then decided, hey, let's make this a really poor business model so that we can get children addicted to drugs. Like, you know who? You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, you have to ask yourself, Vanguard, what is more important? Solving the world's business models or ending a crisis of faith and distrust in nature?
A teeny tiny spider! Oh,
My
hey.
God, what did you do to her, Duck? This is just...
Hey. It's really small. It's so small. I could probably get it myself. It's right here. Where?
I just let the spell drop.
Yeah, just hand me a tissue.
Let it live. Let it kill some gnats or whatever the hell's floating around your house.
You did. This morning I went in to take a shower and there was like the largest spider we've ever seen in this house.
Oh, jeez.
And I had to call Kate once again.
No thanks.
Yeah.
She
It's just a little guy.
She said, "What's better, a business model or nature?" And you said, kill all of the spiders." So obviously,
Yeah.
your answer is
Sorry.
the business model.
I was having a vision. No. I think that capitalism is against nature, and so I think that it's all connected, that we need to take down the system in order to fix the ills of the beliefs of society.
She pulls you close, and you can see like the wrinkles in her eyes and sort of some of the blood vessels in her eyes. She pulls you close, Elena, and says, "Could you imagine that they are now using Cabernet as a mule to ship Kaif across this?"
I mean, Cabernet's dead, but he
Oh, yeah.
was a mule, so like,
She
yeah,
blinks.
I could imagine that.
She blinks and says, "Did Cabernet have offspring?"
Yes. I definitely remember its name.
Was
Chardonnay.
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 She then grabs you close again, and her eyes are like blood red. Could you imagine they're using your horse's offspring, Chardonnay, to be a mule for Kaif?
And at that moment, Duck drops the spell.
Oh, lady, where? You're way too close. Okay. What is up with your eyes? All right. Are you okay? I mean, we have the same goals. It sort of feels like, but they're coming on a little strong. You know what I mean?
She rubs her pendant once more, and again, the entire party hears this piercing voice overhead.
Yes, thank you. Great reminder.
And she says, "Well, you're working to take down the coil of mayhem, or to work with them?"
I'm sorry, I need to interrupt.
Thank you.
If you want to just bring your bird out, you can just bring your bird out. We've seen better. We've seen things like this before. It's not impressive.
Milo's in the corner rubbing his symbol to see if anything cool happens.
Oh!
Yeah, Elena makes calling noises.
Is the symbol she has the coil mayhem?
You can make a history check, Elena.
Well, I have a box with the coil of mayhem. I know what it looks like.
Okay.
I
Well, I
refuse.
mean,
So it's not. It's a
Okay.
different something else. It's not the coil of mayhem.
Just
you
making sure.
said something that's pretty like faceless men. We've been dealing with them. Aceling's a faceless. Oh my God! I did it again. Third time's the charm. Yeah, faceless men. And I was pointing.
Bahuja cracks her knuckles and sort of spurs in the air, and she also backs up a few paces and says, "Well, you saved my daughter. I freed you from the curse of your acts, and perhaps that is all we have for one another."
Well, I'm sorry. If you tell us your goals straight, we can know if we're on the same page or not.
So, what is your goal exactly, Vanguard?
Our
What do
goal
you-
is to
what
take
do you
down
stand
the Coil
for?
of Mayhem, and to take down Gilmore and the Kite Trade so that we can implement a system that works for everybody.
Oh, a system that works for everybody, including plants and animals and
Yeah.
the seas. Everybody and everything.
Yeah. Right? I feel like that's probably like a really broad what our goal is. I don't think we've necessarily thought that large, but in the grand scheme of things.
Are you all in agreement, or does Elena only speak for the Ketsks?
You guys don't have to agree with me. I don't really know what is happening.
I mean, I think Elena talks for Elena.
That is
Because
true.
people have autonomy to speak for themselves, and if you really care about the way people interact with nature, you should think about how people interact with people, and how one person speaking on behalf of an entire body of people just doesn't work, because all people aren't the same. So I don't think you should say, "Oh, does Elena speak on behalf of her family?" Because who knows what her family thinks, and families can have differences. And as
Aisling, what do you speak on?
going through this diatribe, I'm making all the plants around me just blossom. The druid craft.
Nice. Acelings for nature, that's all I can say.
It's like for business,
It
Oh,
happens to pertain to nature, I feel like,
But-
right?
a natural business.
Yeah.
hmm. And Milo and Duck.
Duck, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just here for the story. I'm here to see what happens and to help however I can. I also believe that there should be freedom of choice out there. But at the same time, I think we should be respectful of everyone and just be cool with our friends. I think we probably need to share a little bit more and be a little less my way or the highway. But, I'm just chill, man.
And I'm gonna kill everyone that disagrees with me. And
Hello.
I made a promise that I would stop this stuff, and I'll stop it in any way I seem fit. And
Even if you need to ingest it. Oops, I shared a secret.
fair enough. You still have two more. So that's fair. No, but like I said, I told you right off the bat, it's already impacted my family back home. It's so yeah, I don't want this stuff around. Sure, Duck says there's ways to deal with it, but so far all I've seen is it's been messing up everything, and I think the world would be better off without it, to be honest, but who knows? What are your thoughts? You ask us our thoughts.
Yes, you can clearly tell that my clan and I will support nature. I have concerns about your alignment and who and what you serve. If you said you're from the city of Zadash, and our clan has had some skirmishes in the past with merchants, let's say, with merchants from Zadash, trying to rob
Specifically?
us. Yes.
Ooh.
So it worries me that you have connections there. Are those connections valid ones? Or are you being played, or are you being used by people who have more power than you?
Probably, but they're paying us and we have similar goals, so it's
they're
worked out
barely
so
paying
far.
us. We
Yeah.
saved the city like 2 or 3 times now. What did they give us, like 100 gold? They gave us like these cool hats that make me turn into stuff. They gave
Oh,
me. But really, you're right. I never really thought about that. I think, yeah. What do you guys think? It's a little weird now that you bring it up. We're kind of getting jerked around, if you ask me, by the council, and We're assigned as this task force, but like I said, we saved the city a couple times now.
Balhuja rubs her symbol again, and for a fourth time, you hear a hawk swoop by above and make a piercing noise.
Once again, you can bring that bird down. It's like, you can say hello. We've met birds. We
Your daughter
work with a
told us
bird.
all about your bird.
Balhuja bows and says, Vanguard, think about who you serve and who you align yourself with. And if you would like to work with us, look for our symbol. And she holds her.
You guys have like a name?
The Enclave. The Enclave of the Wild.
Okay.
Give me a
Who is
history-
it then?
Make a history
I'm
check,
gonna give you
Elena.
some-
1.
A 1.
Yeah, I'm still rolling at disadvantage because I'm exhausted. We haven't rested yet.
Okay. Elena, you're not sure if how familiar the name is to you, but you think the name of this group might have appeared in books that you read as a middle schooler, which would be back home in your family mansion, should you decide to go there.
I'll check again in the morning when I'm feeling more up to it.
And you look freaking exhausted. I mean, all of you really do. I mean, that swamp really took it out of us, huh?
Balhuja sort of bows and backs up a little bit and says, if you want to confront the actual hag today, I suggest you take a rest before you do so.
Great advice.
Well, you betcha. Hey, do you want to help us kill this hag? You're pretty handy. You healed the heck out of all of us.
I'm called to find the remaining bones and belongings of my daughter's friend, and so I'll be going back to the swamps after we're done here.
Okay, be careful out there.
She rubs her symbol. You hear the hawk again, and she says, "I'm taken care of."
Balhuja, I'm gonna leave you with some advice since you're so full of great advice for us also. Back at home, which you now know is nowhere you've ever been, because I'm an alien. I'm a world traveler, literally world's traveler. Thank you, Milo. We have a
I
group.
understand it. Yeah.
We have a group of folks there that have similar ideals as you, where they say things that are very nice, like, oh, be careful who you align with because they might be using you, or just think about that. And then also that group uses all of the people that are in their group, and they think they are the best group and the only group. They call themselves something Christians. And so just you also be aware that your beliefs are valid to you, but also our beliefs are valid to us. And the weird thing, and this will blow your mind, everybody's beliefs can work together if you're just nice to each other and don't be a dick. Caw! That's all.
Alright. It was nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your curse-breaking skills. I hope you find something useful for that axe, and, we'll be in touch if we find that our paths align again.
As you say that, Elena, she points kind of at the sky. We'll be in touch. And when she says that word, she holds the
That
center
bird
of
touches
her
me,
pendant.
I'll kill a man.
And she touches the center of the pendant.
God damn it! Okay!
And Milo's side mouse to the rest of the party. I could do that too. I mean, it's just like it's dark out right now, so.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Did you say it's dark out? It's light.
Whoa, hey, Lord.
Good luck on your travels, Vanguard, and thank you again for helping my daughter and her otter friend.
Yes,
otter.
we hope they grow up well and stay safe.
We love an otter.
She bows and continues on south towards the location where you had found her friend being eaten by the bone monster. So it's coming up around 7 in the evening. The sun is kind of setting already. It's getting darker. Remember, it's early autumn. The effects of the first level of exhaustion are no longer continuing to harm your movement, as you have now adjusted enough to this environment. What would you all like to do?
Hey, there's that campfire. We could go, kind of tend to it a little bit, take a little snoozer, and... Hey, say, we didn't even loot this house. Is there anything cool in the house? I mean, magic items, they generally last through anything, right? So... Milo will start raking the coals of...
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I'll help Milo.
Are we staying here?
Well, I mean, the person told us to take a nap, and I'm not opposed. You all look beat. Not to be crass or anything, but...
I mean, we probably don't want to stay at the scene of the arson. Baba Yaga might come back and be a little bit upset. So let's loot her and run.
Loot and run? Okay, loot and scoot. Let's do it.
And then we can find a nice protected area somewhere.
Duck and Milo, you find several things rummaging in the ashes of the house that's sort of burnt out and sitting in the center of the swamp area. Duck, you find a very interesting looking book with the spine and the writing on the book look like there is a very fancy sort of golden ink on the spine. It's a red colored book on the cover and on the spine. The ink is in gold, and on the inside there are different diagrams of monsters with wings. Some of the monsters have long serpentine necks, and some of the monsters have the heads of a duck with a beak, but the rest of its body look like a dog. You see another one that looks like a hydra. You see another one that looks like a beholder. Very interesting looking book.
All faces of ducks, or just some?
Just some, not all. Milo, you find a recipe, a partial recipe, because the rest of the page is burnt, but you find a recipe for something that looks delightful called Kraken Tikka Masala. Not really sure what it is. You never had it before, but it looks interesting. Milo, you also find a full recipe for Kaif, which seems to match some of the past information for the recipe for Kaif that you have found prior in this campaign.
Flipping through the book, do I see anything that has to do with chickens? Bomb chickens?
Can you make an intelligence check, Duck?
A 15.
Duck, so you don't find anything specifically about chickens in this book. However, you see some words indicating that this book is written in a lizard folk language. So who would write such a thing? Who would it be for? Is there some sort of lizard folk scribe or learned person somewhere, sage?
Not draconic.
I could also have you make an intelligence check, Helena.
It's not worth it because I'm exhausted, but I'll do it.
Okay. Duck is assuming it's lizard folk language.
No.
Didn't you say that our exhaustion had fallen off by this point?
I did.
I still rolled a 4, so.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
The people that had the weird monster machine, weren't they lizard folk?
Oh, they were. Did we kill all of them, or is there one alive? I can't remember.
I think there were some that we took to jail.
Yeah.
I bet they would help us. I'm sure they've learned their ways in these last 2 days.
Well, if there's one thing I know about the prison system, it's great at reforming people and not making them worse. So, yeah, I'm sure you're right.
I mean, Milo would say that. Do you take the recipe? Do you take the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take them all.
Yeah.
Duck, could you make a sleight of hand check, please?
Of course. Natural 1?
Natural 1. Okay. So
Is it 11 though?
Nothing happens if it's a natural 1. The book looks fantastic, and the recipe looks potentially delicious.
I've rolled so many natural ones today.
Yes, you did. So at this point, what are Aisling and Olena doing?
I'm going to use my Kenku recall to give myself advantage on that.
Okay.
I can't roll 2 natural ones in a row, right? 19.
Why would you say that out loud?
Doug, when you as you pocket this book and put it into your pack, some of the pages kind of flip around, and you notice a sort of magazine clipping in between some of the pages.
A nudie pic.
And I look at it.
It looks like a newspaper clipping about how to cure incontinence.
Is anyone feeling the need to be continent? I don't know. I didn't take the biologies.
Hoping.
Now that you mention it, and Milo runs behind a bush.
What's Aisling doing during all this?
Taking a nap.
Taking a nap. So it's short rest time.
Or just sitting on the ground waiting for people to be ready, deciding if we should stay here or not.
Okay. Does the party want to take a short rest?
I think the party wants to take a long rest.
Yeah, I think we'll probably skedaddle.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to camp here, I can make us extra hidey.
I just don't want to camp next to her house that we blew up.
But are we going to kill her? Because I don't want to go all the way back and then come all the way back here.
What if we went a little ways away from her house, but not right by her house, and then you hit us?
Yeah, let's look for a good spot to hide out in, rest. We can all take watches maybe, and
Could any of you make a perception check about the area where you're currently standing and thinking?
Natural 20.
That's what's funny. Duck, you're noticing from the shape and the shape of the embers and the amount of ash that's in the campsite that whoever was using this campsite had been here for several days, and it looks like the only footprints in the area were from the single person who was using this campsite, which you might recall you saw her run away earlier that day when the party entered this area.
So do we just use this campsite?
sure. I mean, wow, that person gave us some terrible advice for fighting that house. Those windows, I don't think they did a goddamn thing. We burnt it down. That makes sense for a house, but breaking the windows, you know, it's just. If we ever see her, I'll shake my fist at her. But yeah, let's go take a nap.
Do we think the person that was camping here was Baba Yaga?
Oh.
Then make an insight check, please. Aisling.
I saw them both.
I'll give you a bardic inspiration for that one.
It was the house that was camping there.
So, if I was exhausted after the fight, and you said one of the levels of exhaustion fell off,
Correct.
my second level fell off, so I'm still first level exhausted.
Still first level, right?
11 plus 4 is 15.
So the two different people that you saw were different sizes and probably different races, also different professions, dressed totally differently. You do not think that the person that you saw at the campsite is the same as the hag who antagonized the group earlier today.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we just bed down and do some watches, and Aisling, if you can make us harder to see, that'd be great.
You want to tell me the watch order, if that's the direction?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first, guys. You all look tuckered out. You just go sleep.
Are we staying over here at the campfire?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'll take second more.
Okay, so Milo 1, Elena 2.
Oh, are you perceptive, Aisling?
Yes.
Then
At
you should probably be.
disadvantage.
Oh, shit. I guess it'll be me. And we'll hope for the best.
Duck 3, Aisling 4.
Sure. Because if I take last watch, I guess that's still part of my long rest. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So there's a 30-foot sphere around us that's invisible. Everyone gets a +5 bonus to stealth and perception checks if they're inside of it. And we can have a fire because light from open flames inside cannot be seen.
Nice.
So just this kind of glittery dome appears and then disappears, and then you hear, just some soft jazz playing. Smells like lavender and patchouli.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's what hippies smell like.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's there, and that will last for the entire long rest.
Okay. Milo, nothing happens in the first few hours of your watch. However, Elena, very quickly after you wake up to do your watch, the second watch, you're kind of like humming tune to yourself, thinking about the day as you observe the rest of your travel mates kind of resting and healing. And a vision sort of appears from the darkness around you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear this sort of galloping clip-clop noise echoing in your ear.
Okay.
It's the
I'll look
ghostly
around.
image
Oh,
of
okay.
your childhood horse.
Great.
And it says to
Hey.
you, "Avenge me!"
I'm trying. It takes a while to get there without the horse. I don't know if you've noticed. You probably haven't because you're a horse. That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
After you return to your sleep, Duck takes over the third watch, and Duck, fairly immediately after Elena has fallen into her slumber, you also experience, I wouldn't call it so much a vision as I would call it like an alarming noise. It's like an alert system that's going off in your head. It's a sound that you've heard before many a time, usually conveying a message from your patron. And the sound that you hear says to you, More trinkets! More trinkets! More trinkets!
Okay. I'll get them in the mail.
You hear this, and this is how you react, and as the sound kind of fades, you feel the breeze of ocean water kind of ruffle some of your Kenku feathers.
In a nice way or in a mean way?
In an inviting kind of way.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Natural 1.
Yeah, the one thing that you do know is that you tend to get visions like this when you do a long rest, Duck.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. Duck, when you return to go to sleep. Aisling, you take the last watch. Very little happens during your watch. There is the return of some of the woodland creatures that had fled earlier from when the house came bounding in. And you're feeling kind of like proud of the work that you've done before. You have somehow joined the Faceless Men. You've made friends in this new world that's far away from your homeland. You have made traveling friends that have looked out for you. You feel like you are maturing in some way. And this pleases you very much, Aisling.
I feel pleased.
Level up?
Yeah. That's where we're going to end today.
Interesting.
Yep. When we wake up, it'll be morning. People will be at a new level.
Oh god, let me just put that long rest into effect before we leave so that I can feel better about myself.
So it looks like Milo is returning at level 7. Elena is level 7 still. Aisling, did you level up, Aisling?
Yeah. Up to level
Now
7.
You're are you level 6 or 7 now?
7.
7. Oh my goodness. Okay. So three of you are level 7, and then Doc, you're at level 6. 7, 7, 7, 6.
Yep.
Nice. Moving up in the world.
Get them
Good
DMs now.
Ooh, I'm excited for level 8.
As the DM, I would suggest if you are thinking of encountering Baba Yaga, you have time to plan actually before she appears again.
It's true.
I'm gonna rush headlong.
Level up hit die. It's average or higher, or
Yeah, you can
I rolled a 2 on an 8, so I get a 4.
Yeah, you take the average. Yeah, if you roll below the mean, you can take the average, the mean.
I really thought we would die. So for like the last 3-4 months, I was like, oh, we're just gonna die in this house fight.
The fire was very good. Setting things on fire and shooting things that would then explode into fire was a good move.
Yeah. I hate those chickens. Alrighty, well, I'm glad we're all back. This was fun.
Yeah, this was good. I was a little worried actually too. Duck was not making a lot of hits on the thing, so I'm like, is this house gonna murder somebody today?
Taking 26 points of damage right out the gate. I was like, oh.
This is the end. Oh, we did it. We triumphed. Triumphed? That was weird on Fossus.
Yeah,
No.
sorry, I was not much of a help for that one.
It wasn't you, it was your die.
The dice, you know.
You
But
distracted.
also everything I do is, I was telling Cody, I was like, I probably couldn't suggest the house leave us alone. For some reason, I don't think it would listen to me.
You never know.
Leave us alone.
I mean,
Please.
I tried to drink it.
Yeah,
That would have been funny.
that would have been funny.
I wonder what would happen if like Milo was inside and you shrunk it. Would it just like
Milo would Milo shrink also? I think.
Depends on if you consider that something the house is wearing or carrying,
Yeah, Milo would be tiny.
or
I
tinier.
was worn by a house today? I can't say that often, but I can say it right now. I was worn by a house.
You wear your house, or does your house wear you? Is really what we're.
You're getting too deep. I gotta get out of here.
Have a great rest of your weekend. Good to see you all.
Yeah, you do the same. Bye, everyone.
Bye, all.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks.